Hey, when I'm in the studio and writing a new song, and I usually do the chords first, the chords, bass part, and arrange all these sections, intro, verse, chorus, bridge. After I get that structure down, then I start thinking about how I'm going to fit some lead guitar on top of it. If it's kind of a flat-out rocker, I'm going to pull out some Chuck Berry type lead guitar maneuvers, which you've heard me do on this channel before. One of the main licks that I kind of recycle sounds like this. Yeah, pretty familiar stuff. So you got your double fives. I'm thinking A chord here. On the first and second strings, then second and third strings, double sevens. Then double fives on the second and third strings. Next, I bring in my middle finger on the tip, 6th fret, 3rd string, just the tip, just one note. Again, that's on an A chord. If I did G, back to A. Maybe F. E. It's a start. So I did the same kind of lick, just moving from chord to chord, which is important to follow the chord progression. So that's one of my stock Chuck Berry licks, and I added one thing I did when I went up to the E, that's a common kind of a Chuck Berry maneuver. 3rd string, 7th fret, D, goes up to an E. Hear that? You got to hit that target. Then I bounce it off of the double fives, which you should be recognizing that by sound. Or you can play them individually. Check it out. So I'm kind of mixing the ideas I've presented. Those are like the elements from your table of contents or your tools. You just pick the right tool, do the job. So I picked them individually. I love that stuff. Or you can do like a mixing them together. So now I'm bringing in a little more scale work. 2nd string, 8th fret, G. Don't forget your root, 7th fret, 4th string. Just using those simple moves. Of course you can, let's take it up to D. It's a start, so you can move it to any chord. Let's say the chord progression is kind of odd. Let's say it's A to, A, C, D, E. Just shifting from A, C, D, E. Doing kind of the same thing in over each chord, or similar. So those are just some of those Chuck Berry moves. Let's do one more. If we're thinking, let's go to an E chord. 7th fret, 5th string is the root. So the notes in this chord would be 7, 9, 9, 9, 7. Always good to think about the notes in the chord. Now let's look at the first two strings, the 7 and the 9. That's a B and a G sharp. You can play them together. Delightful, but you can also do some bends, make it a little more dirty, like a little more minor. You can kind of explore the tension between major and minor. Here's major, here's minor. How about between? I'm bending the 2nd string, 8th fret, about a quarter of a step. Or you can bend a half step. Play them separately. Just an idea. But again, that's based off of the A-shaped bar chord. The E. All right. So those are just some little Chuck Berry ideas. And again, you can kind of do that harmony. You can find those, ways to fit those into your chord progression. But it does take a lot of experimenting and practice. But they're not horribly difficult. So let's call this one done, and maybe we'll do another video about the minor pentatonic relating to surf instrumental lead guitar. All right, thanks. Awkward.